The NBA playoffs are heating up as the New York Knicks head to Atlanta for a high-stakes Game 3 showdown tonight. The series is currently knotted at 1 game apiece after the Atlanta Hawks staged a massive fourth-quarter comeback to stun the Knicks in Game 2. Will Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns bounce back, or will the Hawks use their home court advantage to take control of this series?
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Over in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers are gunning for a commanding 3-0 series lead against the Toronto Raptors. While Cleveland has looked disciplined and physical on their home court, tonight they face the hostile environment of Toronto and a desperate Raptors squad fighting to keep their season alive. Can Donovan Mitchell continue his dominant play, or will the Raptors find the spark they need to shift the energy of this matchup? The Western Conference battle between the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves is officially a series after Minnesota stole Game 2 in a gritty victory. With the series shifting for a pivotal Game 3, all eyes are on Nikola Jokic to see how the MVP responds to the immense defensive pressure from Anthony Edwards. Expect a tactical chess match where every single possession could determine who grabs the series lead. It is going to be an absolutely electric night of postseason basketball across all 3 matchups. We have the breakdowns, the betting insights, and the player props you need to stay ahead of the curve. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on the 2026 NBA playoffs. The Eastern Conference playoffs are heating up, and tonight, the series moves to Atlanta with everything on the line. We're sitting at a 1-1 tie, and frankly, the momentum feels like it's shifted firmly into the hands of the Hawks. Think about the contrast between these first 2 games. In Game 1, the Knicks looked like the polished, coherent team we expected. They played a clean game, won the free throw battle, and took care of business. But look at what happened in Game 2. The Knicks absolutely cratered in the fourth quarter, scoring just 15 points and watching a 12-point lead evaporate. It was a massive wake-up call, and it highlighted a real problem: Atlanta's defensive pressure. By putting Dyson Daniels on Jalen Brunson, the Hawks are forcing New York into a stagnant, isolation-heavy offense that just isn't sustainable. Quinn Snyder deserves a lot of credit here. The adjustments he made in Game 2 weren't just lucky, they were surgical. Attacking the paint and getting downhill proved that the Knicks' interior defense has some serious cracks, and Atlanta is ready to exploit them again tonight. With the series shifting to their home floor, the Hawks are riding a wave of confidence. When you look at their late-season form, finishing as a top-tier team on both ends of the floor, it's clear they aren't just here to participate, they're here to win. DraftKings currently has the Knicks as 1.5-point favorites, but I'm fading that line. I'm backing the Hawks. Between the elite length of Daniels, suffocating Brunson, and the late-game shot-making from guys like CJ McCollum and Jonathan Kuminga, Atlanta has the clearer path to victory. If you're looking to get in on the action, head over to DraftKings Sportsbook and check out the full slate of markets. But remember, betting is all about your own research and judgment. Don't just follow the crowd. Who do you have taking the lead tonight? Drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button for more playoff breakdowns, and stay tuned, because in this league, the only thing guaranteed is the unexpected. Are you ready to turn those playoff nerves into some cold, hard cash? Welcome to your daily NBA cheat sheet, where we dive deep into the stats, the snubs, and the sweet spots for tonight's action. Whether you are setting your DFS lineups or looking for that one prop bet to carry your night, we have got you covered. First up, the Knicks head to Atlanta for a pivotal Game 3. New York has been dominant in stretches, but let's be honest, that Game 2 collapse was tough to watch. They need to own the glass and get Karl-Anthony Towns involved early if they want to stop CJ McCollum from catching fire again. If you're looking for a prop play, keep an eye on Jalen Johnson. He hasn't been his regular season self yet, but at 38+ combined points, rebounds, and assists, he's a prime bounce-back candidate. Over in Toronto, the Cavs look to push their series lead to 3-0. It is a tough ask for Cleveland on the road, but Donovan Mitchell has been absolute money. He is a must-have in your DFS builds right now because he's playing with the kind of poise that separates contenders from the rest of the pack. Meanwhile, keep an eye on young gun Colin Murray-Boyles for the Raptors. His minutes are climbing, and at a bargain price, he could be your secret weapon to free up salary for the big dogs. Finally, the Western Conference showdown between the Nuggets and Timberwolves is getting physical. With Denver looking to bounce back after losing home court advantage, expect Nikola Jokic to be on a mission. But don't sleep on Anthony Edwards. The guy is a rebounding machine right now. At plus 138 for 7+ boards, that's a value play you shouldn't ignore. For your DFS rosters, don't overthink it. Jokic is expensive, but his floor is safer than a vault. And if you need value elsewhere, Dante DiVincenzo is carving out a massive role in Minnesota and is worth every penny. Remember, in the playoffs, execution is everything. Monitor those final injury reports on guys like Aaron Gordon and Anthony Edwards right before tip-off to make sure your lineup isn't sunk by a late scratch. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more daily winning insights, and let me know in the comments. Who is your lock for tonight? Keep your eyes on the court, play smart, and enjoy the games. Imagine walking into your own arena, feeling like the king of New York, only to watch your team get absolutely dismantled in the final 12 minutes. The Knicks are currently reeling, and honestly, they have every right to be in shock. After controlling 36 minutes of Game 2 and enjoying a commanding 12-point lead, New York completely cratered. Watching the Hawks storm back to steal a 107-106 victory wasn't just an upset, it was a masterclass in total collapse. CJ McCollum was electric with 32 points, and Jalen Johnson sealed the deal, leaving MSG in stunned silence. But here is where the real drama starts, the blame game. Fans are tearing into Karl Anthony Towns for his disappearing act late in the game, but look deeper. Analysts like Sam Quinn are rightly calling out head coach Mike Brown for a strategy that borders on the incomprehensible. How do you take your star big man, who was a blistering 6 of 7 in the third quarter, and let him go over 4 minutes without even touching the rock down the stretch? That is coaching malpractice, plain and simple. Now, the series shifts to Atlanta, and the Knicks are at a crossroads. The Hawks are dangerous, but they are also wounded. Onyeka Okongwu is battling a knee issue, which leaves them forced to rely on Jonathan Kuminga to defend the paint. If New York has any pride left, they need to feed their bigs and exploit that size mismatch immediately. If they can silence that rowdy Atlanta crowd early by playing inside-out basketball, they might just reclaim the momentum. My advice for bettors: keep a close eye on the over. With the Knicks desperate to pound the paint and Atlanta more than happy to trade baskets from behind the arc, we are looking at a potential scoring clinic that could easily push past 240 points. What do you think? Will the Knicks bounce back, or is the pressure finally getting to them? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button if you want more playoff breakdowns, and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss a beat. Sometimes, it is the mistakes you make that define your path to the championship. The NBA playoffs are heating up, and if your bracket hasn't already gone up in flames, today is the day to lock in your strategy. Tonight, we have 3 massive Game 3s that could shift the momentum of this entire postseason. From New York fighting to regain their footing in Atlanta to the Cavaliers hunting a commanding 3-0 lead in Toronto, the tension is palpable. But forget the gut feelings. Let's look at what the math is telling us. The Sportsline projection model, which has been crushing it lately with over $10,000 in profit, has crunched the data on 10,000 simulations for tonight's slate. First up, let's talk Knicks versus Hawks. New York choked a 14-point lead in Game 2, and now the pressure is squarely on them to bounce back. The model is siding with the Knicks to cover the spread in 54% of its sims. If you're looking for a sharp prop bet, keep your eyes on Mitchell Robinson. With the way he's protecting the rim, taking the over on 7.5 rebounds feels like a high-value play at plus money. He's been a defensive anchor, and his motor is exactly what the Knicks need to silence that Atlanta crowd. Moving north of the border, the Raptors are in a desperate spot down 0-2 against the Cavs. But here is where it gets interesting. The model is actually backing the Raptors to cover the 3.5-point spread and even win outright in over 50% of simulations. Don't write off Toronto just yet. On the flip side, don't sleep on Donovan Mitchell's playmaking. He's been stuffing the stat sheet, and the model loves the over on his assist prop. He is the engine of that Cleveland offense, and in a high-stakes environment, he's going to be the one finding the open man. Finally, the Western Conference showdown between the Nuggets and Timberwolves. Both games have gone under the total so far, and the trend likely continues. The model gives the under a strong B grade, hitting in 65% of simulations. It's a defensive grind, and these teams know exactly how to limit each other's transition opportunities. If you're betting on player props, look at Julius Randle. The projections have him hitting the over on his points total. He's due for a bounce-back shooting performance. Before you place these bets, make sure to check out the FanDuel promo codes to maximize your edge. Whether you're building a parlay or sticking to single-game spreads, remember that the best bettors don't chase the noise. They follow the data. Who are you putting your money on tonight? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep-dive betting breakdowns as we march toward the finals. Play smart, and I'll catch you in the next one.